Test, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, test, test, test, 1, 2, 3.
It's okay.
Of Turkic cooperation organizations united in heritage, forward in action. This conference is held within the framework of the Turkic Week in Geneva. And right now, I will give the floor to His Excellency Ambassador Kubanjak Omar Aliyev, the Secretary General of the Organization of Turkic States. Ambassador, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Good morning, günaydın, kutman tang, everyone, excellencies, distinguished guests, distinguished our panelists. It is with great honor that I address you today on this occasion of the conference under the theme of United in Heritage, Forward in Action, Turk Cooperation Organizations within the framework of the Turkic Week in Geneva event. Let me once again to express my gratitude to all of you. First is to UN office and to our ambassadors, PRs, and all staffs of our embassies and the permanent representatives. It is a cooperation and assistance in organizing this special event aimed to make an introduction of the Turkic Cooperation Organization, their main task and their priorities. This conference is one of the vital components of our week-long celebration and the collaboration. This theme captures the essence of collective identity as well as propels us towards our common sustainable development goals. Turkic world is connected through shared heritage, fostering a deeper understanding and the appreciation of our unique contribution to the realms of culture, education, diplomacy, and the governance. As we unite in heritage, we pave the way for a concrete effort to address the challenges and seize the opportunities that lie ahead. The Turkic cooperation organizations such as Parliament Assembly of Turkic States, TÜRKPA, the International Organization of Turkic Culture, Turksoy, we also call our UNESCO, the Turkic Academy, and the Turkic Culture and the Heritage Foundation have consistently played a pivotal role in enhancing regional cooperation and promoting peace and stability across Turkic nations. Our collaborative efforts have yielded substantial advances in various sectors, contributing significantly to the socio-economic development of Turkic countries. This conference serves as a platform to introduce and to use these achievements. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, I express my heartfelt gratitude to all of you once again for your dedication and participation. Now I would like to give the floor to His Excellency Ambassador Amar Sultanov, permanent representative of the Kyrgyz Republic to the UN, and at the same time he is ambassador to Kyrgyz Republic in Switzerland. and the other international organization in Geneva too, and as well as moderator of our today's conference. Your Excellency, floor's yours, and we would like to wish success.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Secretary General. Very good morning to everybody. Dear sisters and brothers, dear guests from Europe, Africa, Latin America, and Asia. So the conference today's conference is entitled United in Heritage, Forward in Action, Turkic Cooperation Organizations. You might know that there are 5 of them, and so all 5 representatives of these organizations will deliver their keynote contributions. So I would just request our panelists to possibly confine themselves to the maximum 10 minutes limit. So, and the territory of the countries, of the member countries of our organization, covers the vast territory from Baikal on the east to the Balkans in the west. So we have also 1.4 trillion USD aggregated GDP. So, and OTS states is going to be the real international player. So my the first keynote speaker is Mr. Professor Shahin Mustafayev, President of the Turkic Academy. Mr. Mustafayev is a well-known Azerbaijani scholar and author of 6 books and more than 100 scientific articles on history and culture of the Middle East and Central Asia. The floor is yours, Professor Mustafayev.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Ambassador Sultanov. Excellencies, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, let me start with expressing my deep gratitude to organizers of this conference and particularly to Geneva UN Office for hosting this remarkable event. Indeed, this event represents unity, cooperation, and cultural exchange among the Turkic nations, but at the same time, it's a reminder of our fundamental values, which binds us together as members of the global community. As stated at the title of our conference, our common heritage brings us together, but our combined efforts drive us forward. As the issues we face in today's world require collective effort, and by embracing the collaboration, we can build a better future for ourselves and our future generations. That's where collaborative initiatives like those of the Turkic cooperation organizations come in. Our mission at the Turkic Academy is deeply rooted in promoting academic cooperation and collaboration on various aspects of Turkic studies, and therefore our efforts are multifaceted. Firstly, we strive to understand the historical interactions, linguistic characteristics and features, and cultural heritage that define the rich past of the Turkic nations. Further, we work with our governments to develop and include joint textbooks in curricula and regular school lessons. Then the Turkic Academy publishes numerous books contributing to the body of knowledge of the Turkic studies. We also support translations of academic and literary works to ensure our intellectual and cultural treasures are accessible to a wider audience. The Turkic Academy designates specific dates as occasions to mark particular events, topics, and personalities to promote through awareness and action the objectives of the Turkic Academy. Also, the Turkic Academy is actively involved in archaeological excavations like those in Mongolia and Kazakhstan. And by doing this, we strive to piece together the puzzle of our history and preserve our rich intellectual and cultural and historical heritage for the future generations. And further, the Turkic Academy initiates user-oriented projects, including organizing summer schools to encourage young people more actively to be engaged in scientific research. Ladies and gentlemen, with your permission, I would like to mention some of the projects the Turkic Academy is currently carrying out and working on. First, to reveal the role of outstanding personalities who had left a lasting impact on the history and culture of Turkic nations and communities, the Turkic Academy undertook historical research in the field of biographies of intellectuals, writers, and statesmen of the Turkic world. These narratives are encapsulated in projects like all outstanding personalities of the Turkic world and Turkic Enlightenment in the 19th and early 20th century. The Turkic Academy works on several dictionaries and grammars of Turkic languages to help people learn, communicate better, and understand common terms in Turkic languages. The alphabets used by Turkic People Project gives detailed academic information about the different writing systems that Turkic people have used throughout history. The Turkic Academy is working also on the catalog of old Turkic runic inscriptions. The aim of this project is to gather ancient writings that Turkic people on different objects made. And the Turkic toponyms project looks at names of places influenced by Turkic culture. It helps us to learn about how Turkic people have interacted historically, their language characteristics, and their cultural heritage. Further, the Sacred Geography of the Turkic World Project focuses on important ancient architectural monuments and archaeological sites that hold significance in the Turkic people's spiritual beliefs, historical events, and cultural identity. The Old Turkic Stone Statues project focuses on notable examples of so-called balbals or Turkic stone statues scattered over the vast areas of Eurasia from the 6th to 14th centuries, showcasing the unique features and historical context. The decorative and applied arts of the Turkic World Project examines the aesthetic features and historical evolution of glazed ceramics and architectural decoration of Turkic countries. And the Mythological Dictionary of Turkic Peoples is a comprehensive project showcasing the diverse mythology of the Turkic people, providing insight into their cultural heritage. Ladies and gentlemen, the Turkic Academy has started producing different sectoral reports related to Turkic countries. We recently published the report on Turkic economies for 2023, focusing on digital trade and investment. The 2024 edition of this report will focus on strengthening transport and energy connectivity among Turkic states. The Turkic Academy plans to publish 2 more reports this year. These reports will talk about important topics like food security and sustainable development in Turkic states and regional perspectives on water resources sustainability in Turkic states. The Academy is releasing these sectoral reports to deal with urgent issues concerning achieving sustainable development goals. Moreover, the Turkic Academy has made strong partnerships and build some really good networks of cooperation. Turkic Academy performs the duty of the Secretariat on the Union of the National Academy of Sciences of the Turkic world. The main goal of this union is to encourage collaboration in science and education among Turkic countries. The Academy also acts as a secretariat of the Turkic network of official economic policy research centers, promoting economic relations, economic integration, and stronger partnerships among Turkic countries. The Association of Archaeological Research Institutes and Centers of the Turkic World is another platform where the Turkic Academy performs the duties of secretariat to advance Turkic cooperation in history and archaeology. The Turkic World Common Alphabet Commission works under the umbrella of the Turkic Academy and aims to develop a common alphabet standard for cultural integration in the Turkic world. And before I close, I want to say that as Turkic cooperation organizations, it's important for us to keep in mind our commitments and duties and responsibilities towards sustainable development when we plan out our achievements and agendas. It's crucial for us to work together to make sure that all our citizens have equal access to products, services, and income opportunities. Women are equally represented in governmental bodies, and our institutions are robust and inclusive. As Turkic Academy, we are committed to serving the Turkic world while also making most feasible contributions to the global scientific community. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Professor Mustafayev, and for your very interesting contribution. And I encourage the participants of our conference to ask any questions. Please don't hesitate. Just to liven up the discussion while the guests are hesitant. May I ask you a question, Professor Mustafayev? I was particularly interested with this Turkic Enlightenment. And could you dwell a bit on this phenomena? What do you think, what were the reasons why it did happen relatively late compared to the Western Europe? And secondly, what was the substance of this Turkic Enlightenment? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for your question. Actually, I wouldn't say that this is a late period because in the 19th century, in the history of Eastern Europe, Asia, including the Turkic world, Turkic countries is known as the period of the modernization of our countries, of our societies. And this is a phenomenon which caused the case of enlightenment when the new social strata like intellectuals, writers, lawyers, and people of the intellectual labor, they appeared in our societies, and they were the people who tried to bring new features, new ideas in our societies and to change it and to transform our societies from the traditional style to the modern style. That's why this period is known in the history of the Turkic world and as a period of enlightenment. And people like personalities like Mirza Fatih Akhund or Baki Khanov in Azerbaijan, or Ahmed Danish, or Hoca Ahmed, Seyyid Rza Alizadeh, or Fitrat in Uzbekistan, people like Chokan Valikhanov in Kazakhstan and others, they were the first personalities who were trying to change our societies and bring a new modern ideas in our social, cultural life. That's why it's so, and these were the people who exactly started to shape our national identity and modern identity of our people. That's why this is the period of enlightenment in our history, and that's one of the most important periods in the life of the Turkic world. That's why it's so important for us, for Turkic countries, for Turkic Academy, to try to bring together their biographies in order to make it more known for our societies in old Turkic world. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Mustafayev, for your interesting insights. Please, we need to warm up discussion. Yeah. Any questions? It's not interrogation, please. Okay, good. Then I give the floor to our next keynote speaker, Her Excellency Professor Aktoti Raimkulova, President of the Turkic Culture and Heritage Foundation. Ms. Raimkulova is an outstanding cultural figure, a Doctor of Arts and honorary member of the Academy of Sciences of the Republic of Kazakhstan. Before stepping in as the president of the foundation, Ms. Raimkulova was a Minister of Culture and Sports of Kazakhstan. And prior to it, Ms. Raimkulova held different senior positions within the government of Kazakhstan. Professor Raimkulova, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, dear Mr. Chairman, distinguished heads of international organizations, ladies and gentlemen. I am honored to welcome each of you to the exceptional international conference in the wonderful city in Geneva. This event stands out in various aspects. It's distinctive as the inaugural joint conference by Turkic cooperation organizations held on the esteemed stage of the United Nations. What sets this gathering apart is the foundation of the Turkic cooperation organizations rooted in shared cultural and spiritual heritage. Our culture, spiritual essence, and material legacy serve as the pillars upholding the authentic identity of our nations. Embracing this heritage enriches us spiritually, shielding us from inner voids and guiding us towards genuine values. At present, an era of increased collaboration among all fraternal Turkic peoples unfolds before us. Our common ethnic origins, intertwined history, shared values, vibrant culture, and extensive heritage emerge as the primary elements binding us together. While globalization sweeps across borders, the distinct cultural traditions and the historical treasures of Turkic peoples encounter threats from neglect, environmental pressures, and other challenges. Amidst these trials lies an opportunity to bridge generations, interlace tales of resilience and adaptation, and illuminate the richness of Turkic heritage within the mosaic of human civilization. I proudly emphasize that the Turkic Culture and Heritage Foundation is dedicated to preserving and promoting the extensive and ancient history, culture, and heritage of the Turkic peoples. The endeavor to promote, safeguard, and rejuvenate the common Turkic culture and heritage hold critical significance amidst the current trend of cultural homogenization sweeping through many nations worldwide. Dear friends, since the Astana summit of the Organization of Turkic States, held in November of last year, all Turkic nations and organizations have embarked on a new strategic phase of collaboration under the banner of Turk Time. Aligned with its strategic goals, our organization is committed to various significant initiatives, including the formulation of a legal framework for safeguarding, conserving, and revitalizing Turkic tangible and intangible cultural heritage through the Turkic Cultural Heritage Convention. We will also collaborate closely with other Turkic cooperation organizations to compile the Turkic culture heritage list, engage in extensive outreach to youth to instill Turkic traditions and values, and establish a digital platform dedicated to Turkic heritage. The Foundation's forthcoming action plan prioritizes active involvement in the restoration and the reconstruction processes within member and observer states. Notable projects for the initial years include the refurbishment of the Gojahmedli Mosque in the Fizuli district of Karabakh, and the restoration of the House Museum of the renowned Kyrgyz writer Alıkul Osmanov in Bishkek. Educational programs hold a pivotal role in our preservation efforts, bridging past legacies within contemporary narratives and enabling individuals of diverse background and ages to immerse themselves in the richness of Turkic heritage. Plans are underway to introduce a series of events such as winter and summer schools, study visits, capacity building projects, and exchange programs for young professionals and the students interested in culture heritage preservation and conservation. Furthermore, multinational initiatives designed to convene cultural heritage experts from across the entire Turkic world will provide platforms for the exchange of ideas and experiences, congresses, digitization projects focused on Turkic cultural heritage, training programs in restoration techniques and heritage-related tourism activities aim to enhance the Foundation's role with greater efficacy and impact. Moreover, the Foundation aims to establish an excellence program in cultural heritage, fostering the professional growth of individuals working with the field of Turkic culture heritage. This program seeks to elevate restoration standards across the Turkic world, establish a digital data bank for Turkic culture heritage, reinforce international cultural heritage laws within the Turkic region, and institute funding mechanisms to support collaborative academic research in the realms of culture and heritage. Dear colleagues, I would like to take this moment to emphasize the pivotal role UNESCO plays in safeguarding global cultural heritage. Through its efforts, UNESCO upholds the richness and the diversity of cultures worldwide, ensuring that our collective past remains preserved to inspire future generations. A significant aspect of UNESCO's work involves identifying and enlisting sites of exceptional universal value on the World Heritage List. The process of preparing a transnational nomination for inclusion on UNESCO's World Heritage List is intricate and necessitates collaborative efforts among multiple countries. This endeavor not only underscores the shared cultural or natural heritage spanning borders, but also underscores the significance of international cooperation in preserving such heritage. The submission of Turkic transnational nominations showcases the varied and vibrant cultural heritage of Turkic peoples spread across diverse regions. These nominations serve to grant international recognition and appreciation to the distinctive traditions, languages, and the cultural customs of Turkic peoples. Presently, our foundation has initiated the process of presenting a new international Turkic nomination, Gurama, for inclusion on the World Heritage List. The endeavor is being undertaken in close collaboration with the İçerişehir State Reserve Administration of Azerbaijan. Various events are being planned in support of this initiative. Gurama Patchwork Art represents a unique form of craftsmanship within the Turkic world, denoting a piece created by combining individual patches. In Turkey, it's known as Kırhyama, 40 connections, while in Central Asia, it's referred to as Kurak or Kurama. Additionally, Turkic nations can unite in nominating documentary heritage to the International Memory of the World Register under the list of documentary heritage. The aforementioned initiatives underscore that the exploration and the preservation of the historical and the cultural heritage of the Turkic world are not solidarity tasks, but collective responsibilities that we all bear. It represents a journey of discovery and an avenue towards unraveling the intricacies of human history and the culture. Let us pledge our commitment to this noble pursuit, ensuring that the brilliance of the Turkic world countries to eliminate the past, enrich the present, and inspire the future. Thank you for your attention.
I thank you, Madam Professor Raimkulova, and invite our guests to ask questions to Professor Raimkulova, please, if you have some. Not particularly active people, yeah? Still sleeping. Okay, I have a question. Madam Raimkulova, President Tokayev of Kazakhstan last year at the 10th anniversary summit of OTS countries in Astana put forward the idea of Turk time. Could you speculate a bit on on the meaning of this initiative and the implications for the Turkic world? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, for your question. It's a very important question for us. As you know, in November 2023, the 10th anniversary summit of the Organization of Turkic States was held in Astana, Kazakhstan. And at this summit, the heads of Turkic states adopted a strategic document, the Astana Act, under the slogan "Took Time." This slogan reflects the desire of the Turkic states to promote the constructive development of the world. I think so. Moreover, each letter of this slogan means a priority area of work for us. For example, you know Turk time, and each letter, for example, first letter, T, traditions, means social and cultural dimension priority. Second letter, U, unification. Unification means harmonization and standardization priority. Third letter, you know, it's reforms, means the priority of further optimal institutionalization. Fourth letter, knowledge, K, Turk time. K, knowledge, means scientific and educational priorities. Turk time, T, next letter, trust, means the priority of cooperation in all areas to enhance peace and security. The next letter, I, investment, means the priority of the economic and financial dimension. Took time, M, mediation, means the priority of peace. And E letter, you know, energy means the power sector and the energy environment priority. I would like to say that all Turkic cooperation organizations, including our foundation, built their future work and the plans on the basis of these priorities. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Raimkulova. If there are any questions to Professor Raimkulova, please welcome. Is there none? Then the next keynote speaker is my dear compatriot and friend, His Excellency Mr. Sultan Raev, Secretary General of the Turksoy. Turksoy is a cultural organization of the Turkic world, and Mr. Raev is one of the most notable authors of modern Kyrgyzstan and Turkic world, who has not only assumed major positions in the Ministry of Culture and the UNESCO National Commission in Kyrgyzstan, but also pursued his activities in the field of journalism and art. Prior to his election as Secretary General of Turksoy, Mr. Raev has served as the Deputy Secretary General of the Organization of Turkic States. Mr. Raev, the floor is yours.
Çok rahmet, hürmetli Elçi Mirza Umar Abdurrazzakovich, hürmetli başkaçılar. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is truly an honor to be here with you today, representing the International Organization of Turkic Culture, Turksoy. In this important conference, Team Uniting Heritage Forward in Action, since its establishment in 1993, Turksoy has been unwavering in its mission to promote and preserve the rich cultural heritage of the Turkic world. In a world often marked by division, it is crucial to recognize the immense potential of cultural diplomacy in fostering unity and cooperation among nations. The Turkic world, stretching across Central Asia and the Caucasus, shares a profound heritage rooted in history, language, and traditions. This common ground forms the bedrock of our cooperation and solidarity. Through the variety of initiatives celebrating our cultural diversity while emphasizing our shared values. Turksoy has been a driving force in fostering understanding and collaboration throughout the world. From vibrant cultural festivals and thought-provoking exhibitions to scholarly exchange and the dynamic artistic collaborations, our organization has been at the front of promoting dialogue and mutual respect. I must also acknowledge the invaluable support of our presenters during our journey. Their steadfast commitment has been instrumental in advancing our mission of unity through culture. It is their dedication that has propelled us forward over the past 3 decades, shaping our successes and guiding our endeavors. However, as we handle here today, we cannot ignore the challenges that lie ahead. In an ever-changing global landscape, the preservation of cultural heritage traces threats such as globalization and urbanization. Additionally, political tensions and economical problems can sometimes overshadow the bonds that bind us together. Despite these challenges, I remain optimistic about the future of our cooperation. By harnessing the power of cultural diplomacy, we can overcome this obstacle and pave for a more inclusive and prosperous future. Through dialogue, understanding, and respect for our shared heritage, we can forge effort towards sustainable development and peace in our countries and beyond. In recent years, during my tenure within Turksoy, we witnessed remarkable milestones. We spearheaded the establishment of vital unions such as the Union of Cinema Executives, Union of Cultural Capitalists of the Turkic, and the Union of Poets and Writers. These unions aren't merely bureaucratic entities, they're a vibrant platforms designed to foster collaboration, foil creativity, and provide mutual support among artists and the cultural practitioners spanning the inter-Turkic world. Moreover, Turksoy has expanded its reach with Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan, becoming full members and actively participating in our activities. This expansion has enriched our cultural dialogue and boost our bonds of cooperation, showcasing the power of unity. You see, Turksoy isn't just an organization, it is a catalyst for change. Through these unions and our expanded membership, we're empowering voices that might otherwise go unheard. Together, we are creating a brighter future where culture is celebrated, diversity is embraced, and the collaboration knows no bounds. As we chart our course forward, let us reaffirm our commitment to unity in heritage and progress in action. Let us seize the opportunity to strengthen cooperation among Turkic organizations, promote cultural exchange, and empower our communities. Together, we can build a brighter tomorrow where diversity is celebrated and our heritage is safeguarded for generations to come. In conclusion, let me leave you with this thought. The Turkic world countries have a wealth of cultural riches to offer to international community. Perhaps in their diversity and that lies a remedy for many of today's problems related to culture. There are boundless opportunities waiting to be discovered in this vibrant part of the world. And speaking of discovery, I'd like to extend special invitation to each and every one of you. Tonight, there will be a concert hosted by Turksoy, featuring mesmerizing performances that showcase the beauty and the diversity of Turkic culture. I invite you all to attend and experience firsthand the richness of our heritage. Thank you once again for your attention and participation in this conference. Let us continue working together to build cultural bridges, foster understanding, and promote peace through the universal language of culture. Thank you.
Here, Professor Raif, for his very interesting intervention, and I invite our next speaker, the Legal and International Relations Secretary of Turkpa. Turkpa is the Parliamentary Assembly of the Turkic peoples, and Mr. Kadir Yaman, please have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Ambassador Sultanov, honorable members of parliaments, distinguished participants. To begin, Ambassador Mehmet Süreyya, Secretary General of Turkpa, was unable to join us today due to urgent and unexpected circumstances. I would like to convey his warmest regards. It's a great privilege to extend a warm welcome on behalf of Parliamentary Assembly of Turkic States. We are honored to address this esteemed audience at the joint conference of Turkic cooperation organizations within the framework of the Turkic Week in Geneva. It is our hope that this event will continue to increasing visibility of Turkic cooperation on the global stage. We would also like to express our sincerest gratitude to the OTS for their invaluable contributions to the development of the event and preparations. The high ideals set forth by UN Charter in 1945 remain valid even today and continue to inspire many international organizations, including the TCOs. In this regard, we would like to express our gratitude to the UN, which plays a pivotal role in international cooperation, particularly the UN Geneva office for welcoming this initiative. We would like to take this opportunity to present a broad overview of Turkpa's history, structure, and main areas of activity. This will be followed by a discussion of Turkpa's cooperation and contribution to the Sustainable Development Goals. Dear distinguished participants, Turkpa, which marked its 15th anniversary last year, represents the parliamentary dimension of Turkic cooperation. Turkpa was established on November 21, 2008 on the basis of Istanbul Agreement, signed in Istanbul by the speakers of parliaments of Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Turkey. We at TÜRKPA are honored to be first international organization with its headquarters in Baku. The parliaments of Hungary and the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus has observer status in TÜRKPA, as the parliaments of Turkmenistan and the Republic of Uzbekistan take part in the activities of TÜRKPA as guests. TÜRKPA is committed to fostering and deepening interparliamentary cooperation among its member states through various cooperative mechanisms and tools. TÜRKPA represents a multilateral platform to facilitate debate, exchange of information, experience, and best practices on the priority areas of interparliamentary cooperation. In TÜRKPA, the speakers of parliament are the heads of national parliamentary delegations. The Council of Assembly, which is comprised of heads of member of parliaments, holds regular meetings within the framework of plenary sessions. Since its establishment, TÜRKPA has held 12 plenary sessions. We believe that plenary sessions, which bring together parliamentary delegations, heads and representatives of TCOs, international and interparliamentary and other organizations, make a valuable contribution to the development of cooperation in Turkic world and strengthening of parliamentary diplomacy. Cooperation within the TÜRKPA covers legal, economic, sociocultural, educational, humanitarian, environmental, and health protection spheres. We have 4 permanent commissions, each chaired by member parliaments. TÜRKPA commissions consider the issues within their areas of competences during their meetings and workshops. Permanent commissions have the important role of developing model laws on subject of common interest and cooperative tools to facilitate process of harmonization and approximation of national legislation of the member states. Honorable guests, in 2019, the women parliamentarian groups and the young parliamentarians group were established under the aegis of TÜRKPA with the intention of contributing to the national policies in the areas of equal opportunities for women, men, as well as youth issues. Election and referendum observation is one of the Assembly's key activities. Since 2010, TÜRKPA election observation missions have been observing presidential and parliamentary elections and referenda in Turkic states. Over the years, the methodology of TÜRKPA has evolved. In 2022, TÜRKPA developed and adopted strategic roadmap for the next 5 years, which updates the organization agenda and prioritizes key areas of interaction. Dear participants, in this section of the presentation, we will attempt to set out TÜRKPA's vision for the agenda of sustainable development and its works and contribution in this field. The United Nations and its partners are working to achieve the 17 interlinked Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. The Parliamentary Assembly of Turkic states supports the global goal of achieving these SDGs on the basis of common interest of humanity. Interparliamentary organizations have a great impact on formation of global agenda, serving as important platforms for discussion of measures to achieve SDGs, to exchange of experience and best practices. In this regard, the objective of the model legislation within the framework of TÜRKPA is to improve legislation of member states and gradually harmonize the legal framework. This first process facilitates the formation of the common legal space, which in turn could lead to socio-economic development and a reliable foundation of regional peace and security. We believe that empowerment of women and youth is an essential element in creating a just and sustainable future. In conclusion, we, the Turkic cooperation organizations, are committed to supporting the common values of international community. We believe that by prioritizing viable solutions based on mutual trust, consultation, consensus, we can move forward together to a successful long future. Thank you for your attention.
I thank you very much, Mr. Yaman. Please invite participants to put some questions if you have one. If there are none, then I have a question. Mr. Yaman, what would be the role of Turkpa in addressing global challenges? In particular, can you provide some examples of how Turkpa has facilitated discussions, resolutions that might contribute to the global efforts in addressing global challenges like climate change, economic inequality, or human rights? Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, thank you for your question. Our cooperation in Turkpa covers legal, economic, socio-cultural, education, and humanitarian, environmental, and health protection spheres. We have 4 permanent commissions, and now we have model laws on that subject. We are concentrating, and to the extent which we are working on just to theoretical level, and in the near future we will have concrete results to have a solution for those problems you mentioned. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Yaman. And the last but not the least speaker of our conference would be His Excellency Dr. Ömer Koçaman, Deputy Secretary General of the Organization of Turkic States. But before joining the OTS, Mr. Koçaman was working at the Turkish Cooperation and Coordination Agency, TICA senior official in Kenya, France, Kazakhstan, and Uzbekistan. And I would also like to mention his particular contribution to the organization of this Turkic week, of this event, because for the last 2 months he was literally working 24/7 to ensure the smooth organization of this conference. Please, Dr. Koçaman, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. First of all, I would like to express once more our gratitude to the United Nations office in Geneva and our permanent representatives, their team, and of course our Turkic Cooperation Organization for their support and assistance in organizing this Turkic Week in Geneva. It's an honor for me today to share some brief information about OTS, Organization of Turkic States, and its activities. As you know, we are an intergovernmental organization, project-based international organization, and we are developing programs and projects based on the needs of our countries. And of course, we are following the global agenda as well. If you look at the Turkic World Vision and some other policy documents of our organization, you may see the elements of importance of aligning with global agenda. So within more than 14 years of its existence, the OTS is characterized by its pragmatic and practical orientation based on the needs of our member states, as I've said before. And in particular, today in more than 20 areas, we are very active, starting from economy to customs, transport, energy, tourism, health, education, culture, science, foreign policy, media, and so on. And in each field, we are developing certain concrete programs and projects, namely, for example, a Turkic Investment Fund, Joint Chamber of Commerce, Green Finance Council, Tebaruk Ziyaret, Turkic World Tourism Capital Projects, Youth Platform, Young Leaders and Entrepreneurs Forum are among projects of our organization. So we have completed our establishment process, I mean the organization. Then we had an institutionalization period. We have done certain reforms, and right now we are trying to increase the efficiency and productivity of our organization. At the same time, as I've told you before, we are paying utmost attention to increasing our cooperation with international organizations like UNICE, UNAOC, UN Office for South-South Cooperation, with UNIDE, FAO, IOM, ILO, and others. So this year we have concluded a memorandum of understanding with UN Habitat, and right now we are expecting to sign one another memorandum with United Nations Food and Agricultural Organization, FAO, and as well as with the Islamic Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, ISECO, in the following month. OTS also is planning to sign a memorandum of understanding with International Renewable Energy Agency for the exchange of knowledge on energy transition, capacity building to promote renewables and stimulating renewable energy investment in a foreseeable future. Moreover, as I've told you before, we have a cooperation right now with UNICE, and we are planning to sign an action plan in the field of sustainable energy in the following months. By using cultural diplomacy, of course, our organizations such as Turkic Academy, Turkic Culture and Heritage Foundation, and Turksoy, we are promoting our common heritage on a global scale. And we are very happy to be part of such process, and I am sure we'll continue to have similar programs across the globe. Using this opportunity once more, I would like to take them, and I would like to thank you all for your attention. Thank you very much.
I thank you very much, Dr. Kocaman. Please invite questions from the floor. Oh, Ambassador of Hungary, please, Argo. You're welcome.
And yes, thank you. I wanted to wait until the end of all presentation of the distinguished speakers, because I have more of a horizontal question which could be addressed either to the Culture and Heritage Foundation, Turkic Academy, or Turksoy. But first of all, I wanted to thank you for bringing these interesting topics and the promotion of the Turkic heritage to Geneva. I think it's very timely, and Geneva is a kind of a global hub, a good place to bring this on our agenda, and also for the fascinating presentations. So my question, and maybe a comment as well, is the challenge of reaching out and addressing the youth, so the young people. Many of you mentioned partly, the summer academies, the programs that you are running, but is there any particular challenge when it comes, to the importance of these topics and bringing it into the education from a very early age, so the young people, we know how, at least that's how I see sometimes, that young people are not so interested anymore, in cultural heritage because of some effects of globalization. So how do you see, is it challenging, or are there any good programs, and are these summer schools successful in reaching out to the young people? And are there any coordinated education programs that you apply in all your countries of the OTS? And the other is more of a comment and maybe partly a question. In Hungary, the government also takes great pride and also substantial efforts when it comes to preserving the Turkic heritage sites in Hungary and also the cultural cooperation. A very good example is the Turkish-Hungarian Cultural Year in 2024, which just started in cooperation with the two governments. So partly a question as well is, do you work mostly with governments or is it also civil society foundations in other countries to promote and preserve the cultural heritage? We have heard, of course, the role of UNESCO, which is very important, but how do you see the reaching out to other countries where you have cultural heritage site? How is the cooperation? Is it more with the civil society organizations, other foundations similar to the Culture and Heritage Foundation, or is it more the government level that you see more success in promoting this important issue? Sorry, I was a bit long, but I just also wanted to thank you for the really interesting program today.
Thank you very much, Ambassador of Hungary, and please now, Dr. Kocaman would like to comment.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much for this very timely, important question. During our summits in the past, our leaders touched upon the importance of developing programs and projects for especially youth. His Excellency Mirziyoyev, in one of his speech, according to the research, he mentioned that almost 40% of the population in Turkic world, of the member states of the Organization of Turkic States, I'm meaning, is youth. So we cannot miss this dimension. So Secretariat so far undertaken certain initiative, of course. We have right now ministerial, cooperation among our Ministry of Youth and Sports. We have an ongoing mechanism, and also we have a working group which is developing certain concrete programs and projects. So far, what we have done, we have established youth platform, and using this youth platform, we are organizing several programs and projects. And also we have youth camps we are organizing, and we are inviting the youth to this program. And also under Turkic Universities Union, we have Young Student Council, which is consisting of the representatives from the member universities. They are also developing programs and projects. In short, a secretariat, for its part, we are developing such programs and projects. I know, of course, Turkic Academy and other our brother cooperation organizations, they are also developing certain programs and projects. They may take the floor as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kocaman. We have next question is from the distinguished ambassador of Turkey. Please, Ambassador, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Ambassador Sultanov, not only giving me the floor, but also putting an effort to organize the conference. And also I would like to thank each panelist for their contribution. And also, of course, our thanks goes to the Secretary General, Ambassador Omur Aliyev. Indeed, the intervention of the Ambassador of Hungary has encouraged me and made me slightly change my intervention. The Organization of Turkic States have 5 members: Azerbaijan, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and Turkey. It has also 4 observers. 3 of them are observer states. One of them is
Economic Cooperation Organization. The observer states are Hungary, as the ambassador of Hungary acknowledged by her presence, and also Turkmenistan and Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. The representative of all these 8 states are here today with us. We are happy about it. That is a practice that we would like to build upon. It is indeed the instruction of our political leaders at the highest level. We are also joined here today by the members of the Turkish Parliament, and I would like to greet them with your permission. They represent major political parties in the Turkish Parliament. It is also a practice that we would like to see expanded in the future activities of OTC. Indeed, it is not a question, but more like a general comment. I would like to know a little bit about if Mr. Yaman tells us what is the level of coordination within the OTC among the parliaments. Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear brother, the Ambassador Güven Begeç, and there was extensive comments, but also a question to Mr. Yaman. Mr. Yaman, you have the floor. If you are ready to reply to the question, please.
For your question, Ambassador Mr. Begeç, the coordination actually now we have been positioned with the OTS as a related organization. Now, upon a time, we have been taken our position. It's not a hierarchical, but showing the position to each others, and we are related. A little bit, we have 4 members of parliaments, and the parliaments have connection each other. For the first time, our responsibility to connect intense cooperation within the parliaments. For 15 years, we hope we have already tried to do to increase the level of cooperation within the parliaments. After to achieve those goals, we moved to another stage with OTS, and OTS has already a good and well-established connection with the ministries. And in the future, we hope we will set up better organized connection with among the parliaments and the OTS. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Yaman. And Dr. Kocaman would like to add.
I would like to also mention one important proposal by the Uzbek side. His Excellency President Mirziyoyev proposed last time in the last conference to establish an international body for youth. And right now we are working on it. A creative youth center, international youth center will be established in Uzbekistan, and will, of course, develop some certain programs and projects addressing the needs of youth across the Turkic world. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Mr. Secretary General of OTS, Ömer Aliyev, would like to add.
Just small to comments regarding question of Ambassador of Turkey. My brother, we have between your question about how we coordinate, how we cooperate each other. Actually, we have coordination committee. Is OTS, and I am like Secretary General. I am chair for this committee. And all our affiliated organization, TÜRKPA, Türk Akademi, Türksoy, Turk Culture and the Heritage Foundation. Now is another 2 hour new body will be join us, and this is Turk Investment Fund and the Turk Chamber of Commerce Union. We working together, but our leaders give this coordination committee. We working and we yearly 2 times coming together, and we coordinating all of our activity. Just for additional. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Secretary General Omar Alif. If anybody from the keynote speakers would like to add anything, please. Are there any comments or other questions? Please, Ambassador Israfilov of Azerbaijan.
Thank you. I would like to thank distinguished Ambassador Sultan for your moderation of this panel, as well as the panelists for your interesting insights. For these 2 days, we are being presented with a diversity of the institutional platforms of the Turkic world here in Geneva. And I think it is important also to follow up on this presentation of the Turkic world. I've also managed to look through the brochure of the Turk Time and the statements by the heads of state at the 10th summit of the OTS, and there were many interesting ideas that can be picked up and put into the agenda of international organizations here in Geneva, integrated into the various discussions. So my question is probably not for now, but for future also, how we as missions of OTS, member states, observer states, can help you to promote the interests of OTS here in Geneva. Thank you.
I hope we all hear the question, no? Maybe repeat the last sentence.
Pleasure. How we can promote OTS interests here in Geneva, so it's not one-time event and then we forget about the OTS, but how it can be followed up.
Interesting question.
Yeah, interesting question.
Now there is a discussion here, whether it's up to the missions or to the Turkic organizations to deal with this, with the follow-up. May I give the floor to Secretary General Ambassador Morali, please? Yeah, we are interested to hear your comments.
Thank you. Is a good question, but same time is also from yesterday is today's events and during this week events is giving how we are working together. So our PRs and our embassies in Bern is showing how they contributing and they working together. So please keep this kind of efforts, and we are all Turkic organization ready to come to present. Our main goal is present and the promotion. So we always need your support. Now is this kind of events, it will be in others, in European capitals, in Vienna, in Brussels, and now is we just come back from United States last month. Our colleagues from New York and Washington, they are also is waiting us. So next year we'll be in New York, in Washington, to organize same kind of events. So this is really first one, as our chairmanship is Parliament representative of Kazakhstan is mentioned yesterday during opening ceremony. But this is first time, but I hope it not last. So is next our events will be becoming more higher, more bigger. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any comments, please? Can you introduce yourself?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, honorable panelists, Mr. Secretary. I'm delighted to be here. My name is Farhad Sani. I'm representing Afghanistan Turks Association in the United Kingdom. I have a question from Mr. Ambassador. There are around 10 million of Turkic population living in Afghanistan. Yesterday, I was heard that there are 2040 development goal for Turkic nations. And today, Turkic enlightenment, there was talk about that. So is there any plan or strategy for those abundant 10 million Turkic population, especially about their basic human rights? Thank you.
Thank you very much for your very interesting question. Afghanistan nominally is not the member of the OTS, but as our organization is not built on the ethnic principle. But you are right. Yeah. So the organization is supposed to help anyway to anybody with the Turkic blood. And so I would invite anybody from the organizations to make any replies or comments. Please, Secretary General for ATS.
Yes, and thank you very much. Your question we talked yesterday also, but he would like to more publicly to hear something maybe. So not 10 million. We are totally, is our member states observers is 170, but Afghanistan is, and also others, we totally in Turkic world is 300 million, more than 300 million. So this is another strategy, another subject. So we're talking today about for OTS. So is
yeah, Mr. Mustafayev would like to comment.
Thank you for your question. I would speak on behalf of the Turkic Academy. Actually, we are focused mostly on the study of humanities, history, culture, languages of the Turkic people and Turkic communities all around the world. And we don't confine ourselves by the borders, political borders of the Turkic countries. And we are trying to cover needs of all Turkic communities, either inside of the Turkic world and political, in the political borders or outside of the borders. For instance, I mentioned one of our projects, which is related to the producing the terminology dictionaries of the Turkic languages, and we cover several Turkic languages, not just official state languages of Turkic world, but the languages of small communities. Unfortunately, we are not dealing with the languages of Turkic population of Afghanistan in this project, but we will take into account your needs. So in terms of cultures, in terms of languages, history, we try to cover all Turkic people and all Turkic communities. Thank you.
Well, I hope your question has been properly addressed. So, but it's a very interesting question. We would further speculate, deliberate on this. Any other comments or questions, please? This is the last opportunity.
We have 1 minute.
No, I'll check with the organizers. We should wrap up now, or we have some time? I don't understand. We have now or not? So we have some time, ladies and gentlemen. So if you don't mind, I would wrap up. No comments, no questions. I would wrap up then the conference. So first of all, thank you very much for all keynote speakers. They prepared well. They tried their best, as I understood, to convey you the picture of what not only OTS, but all 5 organizations which are covering the multifaceted, multidimensional nature of the Turkic civilization, Turkic world. So we did our best to present this picture, as well as yesterday and tonight. You are all welcome to Gala concert, where you can enjoy our spiritual food, traditional food, any food. So please welcome. And just to conclude, I would like to mention that the Turkic cooperation organizations, in plural, they all underscore the Turkic world's significant contribution to culture, education, diplomacy, and governance. I would not single out any of these organizations right away, but I would just mention that these TCOs have committed to contribute to SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. And so we believe that the activities of all these 5 organizations significantly contribute to achieving these SDG goals. We, as organization, as the Turkic peoples, we are proud to consolidate our trade, economy, and last year historic 25th anniversary summit of SPECA in Baku. SPECA stands for Special Program of UN Special Program for the Economies of Central Asia. And thanks to the energetic leadership of Azerbaijan, this very first summit of these organizations was successfully held in Baku last November. Plus to this, we, as you see, consolidating our efforts not only in trade and economy, but in culture, when it comes to the cooperation between our parliaments, between our scientists, between all the stratas of our societies. And I would underline the following. So there is still a sort of struggle in our Turkic world. And to to become a significant, real international player, we should solve this dilemma of e pluribus unum versus divide et impera. Not everybody is happy with this consolidation of our efforts. Some countries might be envious. There might be some misunderstanding. And the role of this conference and the whole week was exactly to dissipate those concerns, to send a message that we are trying to cooperate. We're trying to compete, but on fair terms with the outer world. And what we see from time to time, it's a lot of misunderstanding of what are our intentions. And we would like to dissipate those concerns. And we would like to not to be misunderstood, as it was in one famous thing. With this, let me to conclude this conference and thank you all for your attention and for your active participation. And have a good luck and see you tonight at the gala concert. Bye.